Hi, BookTube! I'm here with a kind of different sort of video. I don't want to talk about books, I want to talk about TV shows. I recently saw that librarianfanmail and ReadSusieRead had done videos about what they like to watch, and I thought I would hop on the bandwagon and tell you my favorite TV shows and give you some recommendations. I kind of want to tell you about lesser known TV shows, because I think it's pointless to recommend well-known and loved TV shows like Doctor Who, Game of Thrones, Downton Abbey, Sherlock, Futurama, all these shows that we pretty much all know. Yes, so I'm just going to hop into it. I have 5 different TV shows I want to tell you about, and I'll give you a little synopsis of each. So the first show I'd like to recommend is Murdoch Mysteries. This is a Canadian crime drama, I guess you could, historical Canadian crime drama. Don't let that put you off. It's very well produced. It is a wonderful show. Takes place at the turn of the century in Toronto, even though you do get to travel to different places in Canada. And across seas too. He does an episode in Bristol. So we have the character Murdoch, played by the beautiful Yannick Bassoon, and he is a very genius detective, working for the Toronto Constabulary. And it's even joked at points that he is the inspiration for Sherlock Holmes, because at this time we have Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who comes and visits Murdoch, and he does all these things. He invents different things. He's well researched, well read, and he's always trying to improve himself and his work. This is also really good because there's a strong female presence on the show. We have Dr. Julia Ogden and Dr. Emily Grace, played by Helen Joy and Georgiana Riley, and they're both coroners and eventually psychiatrists, and it's at this time in the world, you know, the early 1900s, that's really unheard of. So I think it's really well done. It's really beautiful to look at, and it actually has one of the themes that I don't get tired of hearing. It's a really nice theme song. That's a strange reason to recommend a TV show, but yes, it's really, really good. The next TV show, sorry I blanked out there, is a science fiction TV show, and it's Stargate Atlantis. This is my all-time favorite TV show. I love this show more than I love Doctor Who. That's saying quite a lot for me. It's just beautiful. I love it. Anyways, this was actually filmed in Vancouver and starred a lot of Canadian actors and actresses. You don't have to have watched Stargate to get Stargate Atlantis. As a matter of fact, I started watching Stargate Atlantis just by itself. I had no idea that there was another Stargate and all that other stuff. So it's the story of mostly scientists, some military personnel, some civil personnel, going off to this mythical Atlantis. But it turns out to be like a scientific haven. And they go through the Stargates, which allow you to travel through long distances just by kind of stepping in one giant circle thing and out the other. And so you get the aliens, which are the wraiths, which are amazing creatures that, you know, it's an enemy alien that you can reason with and that they can actually work with at certain points, but they're still their enemies. And they actually suck your life force out of you with their hands, and it's just an amazing show. It's so funny. The bromance between Shepard, the main military dude, and oh my god, I remember Rodney McKay, Dr. Rodney McKay, the head scientist dude, is beautiful. It's at times it makes you cry, and at times it makes you laugh, and it's just a really good science fiction show. If you only have time to watch one of the seasons, watch season 5. It is brilliant. Okay, a cartoon, adult cartoon I'd like to recommend is Bob's Burgers. I know this is fairly well known, but I hadn't heard of it until recently, and I'm almost on season 3 in a matter of 2 weeks. It is an amazing show about this strange family that own a burger joint, and they're all kind of a little off, but the way they work is so amazing, and they're so awkward. I think that's the one word to describe the family, is awkward. So you have Bob, who's the father, who's very into burgers. Linda, the wife, who loves to sing about random things. Their oldest daughter, Tina, who groans a lot and comes up with the most awkward things and is obsessed with butts. Then you have Gene, the son, who wants to be kind of like a musician, but he makes music out of fart noises. And their youngest daughter, Louise, who wears the bunny ears and is psychotic. But they all manage to work together, and it's a beautiful story. I really like how they're really, the art is really well done, I believe. It's not your stereotypical type, kind of like The Simpsons and Family Guy type art. Okay, yes, Bob's Burgers. It's available on Netflix. Okay, comedy. My favorite comedy, lesser known comedy, is Black Books, starring Dylan Moran. He's also one of my favorite comedians. He plays Bernard Black, this very kind of grumpy owner of a used bookstore, and he hires Bill Bailey as his assistant, and I can't remember the female lead, but it's his best friend, and he's just so grumpy, but so amusingly so, that the comedy just really works. As I said, it would be perfect for us booktubers because he owns a bookstore, and there's a lot of literary references and such like that, and I just can't recommend it enough. Go watch it. I think a lot of the episodes are available on YouTube. Yes. Okay. And kind of like another TV show I'd like to recommend is QI. This is a quiz panel show hosted by Stephen Fry, who I hope you all know of. He's a beautiful man. He's super educated, super intelligent, super funny. He's an author, he's an actor, he played Oscar Wilde. I'm gonna marry him, so hands off, ladies and men, he's mine. Yes, so he hosts it. His constant guest is Alan Davies, who's so funny, but it's like a quiz comedy show, so he kind of gathers 4 comedians together. There's always Alan Davies. Other common guests are Alan Carr, Bill Bailey. No, it's Jimmy Carr. Sorry, Jimmy Carr, Bill Bailey. Oh, what's his name? David Mitchell. So all sorts of great comedians. And he asks them questions, like trivia questions, and you know, sometimes you learn a lot from the show. You always laugh. There's always something funny going on. Ross Noble is another great character, another great comedian they have on it. Yeah, it's I don't know how to describe it because we don't have anything like that in America or Canada. But it's really good. The episodes are always on YouTube a day or 2 after they air in the UK. So you don't need to worry about having proxies and stuff set up so you can watch from Canada or the United States. Yes, so I'm gonna keep this under 10 minutes. Those are my favorite TV shows, lesser known TV shows. I'm always looking for more stuff to watch, so let me know what your favorite lesser known TV shows are. And remember to keep on watching.